Hello, hello, hello. Thank you very much for your patience. Welcome back to Blast Backstage. And, well, as we speak, we're being joined by more and more members of Astralis. There you go. I love this. Look,
Hello.
this is awkward. The seat
Yeah.
next to me has been left free.
No
How are you doing?
wonder. No wonder.
No wonder.
I
What
had
was
a
it?
pizza, but I didn't bring it like on
Yeah.
stage. If I don't know if you're gonna steal it or.
I will steal your pizza. I'm going to have to keep stealing people's pizza. I have a reputation to uphold, guys.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
Can-
just kidding.
Can I just use this moment to explain? Okay, so at the Major, doing an interview with some lovely Finnish fans of Ents, and they had a pizza, some of them, and we discussed the pizza before. Okay, so I hadn't said I'm going to take your pizza, but we were talking about the pizza, and then it turns out they don't pre-slice pizzas.
Yes, we saw
at the
it.
spot in Korea. So I sort of pretended I took a tiny bit of crust.
It was a good crust though. It looked like it.
It wasn't that bad. I did maybe eat it because waste not, want not after
Okay.
the interview finished. And then Reddit went crazy. Apparently I'm like the biggest villain in CS now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah.
No one is sitting here.
Yeah.
I don't think Magic is coming as well. He heard that the last
He
seat
had.
wasn't taken, so.
Yeah, he's actually got a pizza right now, so he's got to finish it before he joins us on the
Sure.
sofa. So have you guys been to Sao Paulo before?
Nearly all.
Nope.
Magic has. That's the
No.
only guy.
Was it Sao Paulo?
Yes.
Okay.
That's true.
But no, none of us.
Yeah.
Tried to explore a little bit of the city, but we haven't had too much time. But yeah, it's looking nice and like enjoying the food and everything.
So you haven't been for some Brazilian barbecue yet?
No.
Tonight, I
But we
think.
tried.
Tonight, yeah, I think so.
We
Yeah.
talked about it. We did.
We
Fogo de
talked about
chao.
it tonight, yeah.
What is fogo de chao?
We've been there in America. It's
Yeah.
like
Brazilian barbecue.
It
They
is
have, like-
Brazilian barbecue. We've already established today earlier on the show. I cannot speak Portuguese. Even when I have Portuguese words in front of me, I am limited to thank you, obrigada, and frango, which is chicken.
gaucho.
Chicken.
Gaucho. What's
Gaucho.
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 From the
Guy
south.
from the south. You say Ronaldinho Gaucho because he is from the south.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
We just
But-
learned it.
So now you're teaching me.
Sure.
Everyone is trying their best to teach me to speak Portuguese, and it's just not going in. I did notice yesterday, alongside Rain, you guys straight in the gym yesterday after arriving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what were you guys doing?
Refresh model.
Where were you
We were
guys?
sleeping.
I was sleeping,
Yeah.
but I worked out later.
You worked out later.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I worked out today.
Yeah. Was it a leg day? Was it an arm day?
Just cardio day.
Just cardio.
Just cardio. And like, what kind of cardio? Are you on the treadmill?
I
Are
just
you
did the treadmill.
burping?
No, I just did the treadmill.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
too.
What kind of stuff are you listening to when you're on the treadmill, Peter?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Oh,
Please don't
that
ask.
playlist though. That
I have a lot of
playlist.
yeah. I have a lot of different songs on my
no,
playlist. I
it's
get
gonna take
it basically
one
varies from Disney songs to like really deep dark metal. So it's a big gap in between. But
What's your favorite Disney movie?
oh, that's a good question. I have a lot of them.
Lion King.
No, not the Lion King.
From the day we haven't got the rights. Anyway, so you're so you're a Lion King fan with
Yeah, for
Discovering
sure.
Christ. Okay.
Exactly. It's
I like
coming soon
I
again.
think Mulan is good.
Mulan, be your okay.
Exactly.
Again, I need to stop trying to sing. It's just something
Yeah.
about Disney. So you're not much of a Frozen guy. You're more.
I mean, like I think Frozen is good. I like.
Yeah.
the
You
songs.
listen Frozen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
have you ever been running though, and you're really intense, and then suddenly like Reflection from Mulan comes on, and you're just like, oh, this has killed my vibe.
No, not at all. It just brings strength to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you ever
I'll
listen?
make a man out of you, you know.
Do you ever listen to Disney before you go on stage?
You
Who's
don't.
in
I've
charge
done
of
that.
don't.
I think
I
I've done
don't.
that too.
Yeah.
You probably do, yeah.
Yeah,
You'll
I've
bring
done that
honor
too.
to us all.
Yeah.
Now, do you actually listen to music before you guys play?
Yes.
And who gets to choose?
Oh,
I think it's in ears, and I
Yeah.
think it's you two.
Yeah.
I think the rest of us, we're just like
Yeah, we don't really listen
robots.
too much.
No.
I do the usual one.
Magic, he always says he listens to music, but I've
But
never
I've
heard
never-
it
never
before.
seen him.
We've
The
never
lie.
seen it before, but he says he does.
do you pretend that you're listening to music and actually you're just listening to what people
No,
are
no,
saying
no.
about you?
I don't really listen to music actually. I always say I listen to music, but I feel weird if I
truth
don't listen to
comes
music.
out.
Like it's like.
pop culture.
I mean, it is
culture.
quite weird to not listen to
made up.
music. I will admit that. No, I'm absolutely kidding with you. So you're not much of a music
It was
man.
not fun.
You more of a reader.
No. I don't think I've read a book for 12 years. Maybe, I don't know.
But you're only 15 years old, Magus.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Really?
He's actually 21, so we're going to Las Vegas.
he's more-
Yes,
soon.
I'm
they're
single
going
as
back to
well.
Vegas.
You're so here we go. So you're going to Las Vegas. You're single. So now
Yeah.
you're 21. You're looking to settle down.
I might not come from home.
Settle down
come home
in
from
Vegas.
Las Vegas then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's gonna be a
You're going to
rough-
get married.
yes.
We've always
Oh
seen
yeah,
that
that's
movie.
a good idea.
Yeah. If
That-
you were to marry anyone on the team, who would you marry?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I don't know. I think it would be Device
Yeah.
Why?
Device just gave you the eyes.
because he's like Tom Cruise, you know,
I cook, I sleep.
and he's a good carry in CS:GO as well. So
Yeah.
it's a perfect match, right?
Yeah. I feel really bad for you, Glaive. You've got these really sorrowful eyes right
Yeah,
now.
I'm really.
You can be the third link, like you know.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm good with where I am. Thank
You can
very
sleep
much.
in between or what?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
This is going where it's not supposed to go.
Yeah.
Please
No,
turn around.
Let's not talk about all our
I'm
secrets.
really enjoying this. Well, what we do need to do, I'm sure this is your favorite part of the day, is we
Are we legends?
discover your Blast
Oh.
Pro.
Oh
Actually,
my
stats.
God.
I'm gonna say if I'm
Do
not
not look
legend,
at
I'm gonna
these.
take the headset off and I'm gonna walk out.
You're not,
gonna
you're
throw
not
it
allowed to
away.
look at them yet. You're not allowed to look at them
And
yet.
I'm actually
okay.
Throw
dead
it away.
serious.
Okay.
If I'm not a legend, this
Okay.
is the last words from
Can
me.
we get security to restrain the boys if it doesn't go wrong? Yeah, let's. Can we lock the doors?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, they're fire doors. So.
Imagine
I
if
know-
they did one of us that wasn't a legend now.
I
Just one of
think
us.
I deserve to be legend.
Okay.
Okay.
I've had this discussion
Why?
3 times.
We
Well,
all do.
Yeah, we all do. But I mean,
Why are you more? Why?
Yeah, why do
Okay.
you say stuff like that?
The thing is, it's like you're making speeches to be like, right, I should be a
Yes,
legend because.
Exactly.
yes.
The thing is, it's already decided. I
know.
wish I had the power to change things, but I just don't. So let's start with you.
Okay.
We'll leave the pre till last.
I don't think we're legends,
Oh
bro.
my
you
god.
don't legend?
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Oh, my ears.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I knew I'm a legend. I'm also a legend. So
Yeah.
Hashtag spoiler alert.
That's crazy.
Okay.
it's been like this. You
But
can't
if
go
he's
down
not
and
legend, then
rank it.
I'm not legend, and then he's not legend.
What was your score last
He's the
time?
only legend in the team.
But you're getting
I
it
can't
better.
remember.
You're getting
89?
better.
I think
They
it was
get-
86 or something.
Yeah, 87.
Oh, you
Okay.
get you.
So
So
I'm
it's
better now.
because of
It's
this.
only
It's
because
because
of
of
the
the
org.
the
It's
org.
like
So your blast score is 92. That's pretty good. So you're not a legend. I think it's a consistency thing, maybe.
I don't think so.
Like
You
this
need
is
to
this is
become
my
better tthen.
first.
Sure.
Yeah, this is my first. Yeah,
I
so
think we
you-
just
I
need to
think you
win
need
2
to
more
start
majors.
Darling, you
I
need
think-
tens across the board to be
Yeah.
a legend.
I think it's just a joke by now, actually.
yeah,
They don't
Yeah.
want us to be legends.
Yeah.
but they
yeah.
want you to.
every
come
other
back.
team who's legends here don't deserve it if we don't have it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
okay.
strong words.
That's a
Let-
good one.
Okay.
Device, you've already looked at yours, so turn
Yeah.
it over.
But you can
Yeah.
you can see like
Oh,
turn it around. No, turn it around. No, turn it around.
turn it round, bright eyes.
Turn it around.
What?
No,
Around.
Yeah, just
What the fuck?
look at the backside.
Oh
you can
yeah,
see.
you can
Oh.
actually
This
see
is such a
with
fucking spoiler.
Oh.
Look, I'm not even. Look,
We're not
You
legends.
can see it.
We're not
Oh.
legends.
Oh
who made
my
these
God.
cards?
No legends.
Someone should get
Someone
fired.
should get fired. Yeah. I'm not a legend either. You see.
That's stupid.
I have 85. You have 86.
Yeah, it's spoilers.
You're
everywhere.
Oh,
pretty
I'm
good.
better. I'm better, man.
Turn
Getting better,
around.
Vicky.
Turn around.
Okay.
Come to Brazil, they said. Spend half an hour with Astralis on the sofas. They're the most professional team in CS. They're absolutely lovely. And look at what's happening.
Yes.
But you are a legend.
Guys, you can't
like
you
that
can't
effect.
rewrite
I
the
like
past. You can't
No,
rewrite
but we
the last
can
3
rewind
months.
the past
What?
now.
No.
So let's talk about why we are not legends.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
I
have a
think we need to
discussion.
win more majors. I mean, we only got
Definitely
2.
one thing we can say is that we're not that good at
Cash. We need
Cash.
cash.
yeah.
Okay, bring it back,
I think that's
cobblestone,
why.
please.
No, I think it's because of we're not that good at nuke.
Oh,
Inferno.
Inferno.
I don't know.
We'll see about those two.
We haven't been playing for that long. We still have like a first year of playing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think a good debate would be to bring in the person that designed these ones and tell us why we're not legends, maybe.
Yeah. They have already.
Nobody knows, I think.
I don't even. Think
I don't
they
think anyone
understand these
knows.
cards
I don't think
themselves.
anyone knows who makes these cards.
It's just like a spinning wheel.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Legend. Legend.
Yeah, exactly.
We never win spinning wheel.
I don't feel like you need a microphone. Oh my
I
god.
think we were promised if we won in Istanbul, we were promised to get legends.
Yeah. And then we won the major.
By who?
I don't know.
Somebody.
Somebody from.
The spinning wheel.
This
Yeah.
is this is literally just an honor thing to you, Defree. This is like
It's.
a
Well,
sticking point, clearly.
I mean,
We've just had so many discussions about it.
yeah, I think it by now it's turning into be like a funny discussion between the guys that makes these cards and the
Yeah.
players. So I mean, I don't take it. I take it pretty lightly. Honestly, I
Do you
really
though?
don't care.
Do you though? Well, we're gonna get some Twitter questions from the audience
Okay.
right now. I mean,
I
you
can't
look
see
so
shit. I haven't got
unimpressed
my
on your
glasses.
card.
Yeah, I mean, this is a horrible picture, and it's a horrible card.
I look good
That's
in
a
this one.
lovely picture. Look, you're glowing.
Oh.
That's
He's
what-
always
The
glowing.
number is glowing.
Beautiful.
I'm always cute.
Yes.
You are adorable. You are the resident cute face of Astralis. Now, let's see what they're saying on the socials. Who is the most handsome Astralis player and why is it Zipex? Well, they seem to have decided that you're the most handsome player. What do you think?
I think Tip is the last guy on the team, but
Actually, if I had only had one vote, I would go with Sipix as
Yeah.
well.
Me too.
I would go with Peter.
He's like a
I would,
robot.
I would marry you too.
Oh,
What?
nice.
Oh, we
Thank
haven't.
you
Oh,
very much.
you're the only one left,
Whoa,
Peter.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah, that's
Frankie,
true.
you?
Who would I
Oh.
marry?
Yeah, who would you marry?
Well, you're about to turn 21 and going to Vegas, so I feel like organisationally it would take the least time, and I'm a busy woman. So if you want to
That's
set the
smart.
date, let's
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
coordinate our
I'm
calendars.
still left off.
Yeah, Peter,
I am
you're not
single.
ever gonna fight anyone.
Yeah,
My girlfriend's gonna be upset about that.
yeah.
That's true. You have found love.
Yeah.
You don't?
Are we gonna
Yeah, I
gonna
have.
talk about you finding love? How do you manage to fit that in? Because you've got a busy schedule. I mean, I was talking about my own, but you guys are surely busy.
Question is,
I was
how
about to
does
make a
she
really,
fit that in?
really unfitting comment, but I'm gonna leave that one out and leave it up to the viewers
To decide.
to decide what I was gonna say.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. We're gonna look at the next Twitter question.
Until next.
Into
Bosco.
what are the things that you as a team and individuals are trying to do to improve even more as the best team in the world?
Working on cash.
Probably getting legends next time.
No more Legends talk.
Yeah, I think that we always work a lot in game. I actually think that's where we put maybe 90% of the work. So yeah, definitely just like doing new stuff on the maps that we feel a bit more weak at. At Blast Pro tournaments, we almost never play our best maps because it's always best of one. So we have to try to improve some of the other maps. And there's a lot of stuff you can do outside of the game, but yeah, I think definitely in-game is the focus right now. And
Yeah.
just like working on new
I
tactics.
mean,
and
we've been a team for really long now, and we don't really need to work on outside stuff.
yeah, exactly.
So we work on inside stuff or in-game stuff.
Mhm,
I
yeah,
mean,
for sure.
Is there something
Yeah.
that you've been doing on the outside that you think the other teams haven't? Is there something that's given you the edge in terms of what you've been doing outside of the server?
I feel like we are like a family. No, it's like we always trust each other,
We'll always quash each other.
and you know, it's everything we do. We do it as a team, and that's
Not everything.
what do you mean?
This channel is now 18 plus.
PG-13.
I think after MIBR it had to become 18 plus. Now we've got one more question, I believe. Do you have any funny something
Strat
names,
names?
strat names, or name for spots?
Dildo.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
Dildo.
Oh.
Dildo.
we have like random names for spots as well, like Miami. We have a tactic called Miami,
Yeah.
and it makes no sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's because of the, what is it called?
What?
Papyrus.
Yeah, in
but
Danish.
The
What's it called?
paper house.
Capa del Casa or something.
You know
Capa
the
del Casa or something in Spanish. It's like a Spanish Netflix
Mhm.
documentary
series.
Serious.
series.
Same,
yeah.
same.
Oh yeah,
Documentary.
series.
Yeah.
Documentary
Would you recommend that we all watch it?
Yeah, actually,
Yes,
it's pretty
it's
good.
really good.
It's pretty good.
It's okay.
Not sponsored.
We're going to get a little bit more serious now. Like, I
Okay.
try. I'm not very good at this. So,
Okay.
but you guys are. I'm going to learn from the masters because I want to say congratulations on winning another major. So what's it like to have those 3 stars sewn into your jerseys now?
I don't know. I only have 2.
Do you actually only have
No,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
I was going to say, surely you get to
Yeah.
I get 3, but
You get
it's
3.
it's fake. I only have 2.
You should take one of them off.
Oh, bro.
just like,
You
just
said
like
it
No, no,
Yeah.
it's
You
this
said
type of
it yourself.
situations where we as players have to go and cut one off because we don't feel like he deserves it.
Wow.
Sisters,
Hereby is
please?
coming with the scissor.
the thing
Taking
is, though, you wouldn't have won the London Major without Magisk.
No,
It was-
no, no.
No,
You know.
let's be honest.
We wouldn't have won Atlanta 2017 without Magisk. Not being there.
Without
What?
Without not being there.
I was
You
just
fuel
doing
us.
I was doing a team favor not being there.
Yeah.
No.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I would have beaten them.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's
a
what
good
we
point.
mean. Yeah.
But thank you.
No worries.
It feels good with 3 stars.
It's kind of
Yeah.
scratchy, itchy.
Yeah,
No.
it
It is.
At my neck at
Mine
least.
is not.
But
Mm.
my neck is really long as
I have
well.
a very
I love this. I love this. This is what happens when you've won 3 majors. You just start
sensitive
complaining
next.
about what happens to your clothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it was quite a quick fight. Or it was still exciting. I think when you guys turn it out and then end matches quite fast, people were kind of in 2 minds, right? Because they're like, well, that was not, I don't want to say anticlimactic, but they're just a bit like, oh, well, the final's over.
Yeah.
Like, I just went out to get a cup of tea, have a loo break, and it's done.
Yes.
So were you surprised at how you just tore through ends on that stage?
No.
Actually, I was. a little bit. I
little
think they, when we watch video of them, I think they look pretty solid actually. So,
But train was harder than I mean,
true.
train there was actually a lot of close rounds, right?
Yeah.
And it was just our CT side that was amazing.
Yeah,
that
we had a
game.
good idea how to approach them.
But they got in front like 4-1, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
No,
I remember I got destroyed inside in the first round. Like
Yeah, that's true.
it was like with ends on train, it was like they had to keep the momentum going to even have a chance. I think even though there was a lot of close rounds, it still felt like we had it under control. The play style was really fast, and
Yeah.
they had to get first kills to actually being able to
They
convert
flashed
it
through
into wins.
smokes a lot and
Yeah.
stuff like that all the
They
time.
were trying to catch us off guard, and
Yeah.
I think we were just really prepared for them actually doing that.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
And-
Inferno was just
Inferno.
Inferno.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just keep it
Say
to
no
that.
more. What is it like on comms though when you have that last point to win before you get the major?
Hey,
Does it
Japan.
change?
Hey, Japan.
Hey, Japan.
8 to bay.
Yeah.
Only one left.
We've I think it has changed throughout the years.
Yeah,
I think when you, I think the first major we won, I think there's actually like clip of it where I think Sibby's like, he's not connected. He's like
Yeah,
screaming
yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
I also think when we did the Grand Slam, we were also being at least I was like, there's one guy left and all that shit. But we have a fun saying in the team that at least if we are in the lead and we feel like this is one, we're just like, oh, that's one left. We just
Yeah.
joke about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's changed throughout the years in terms of like the
Depends on how the match
intensity.
is.
Yeah, I think the intensity does a lot to it. If you've been like playing multiple overtimes and all that stuff, I think it's very easily gets very hyped. But if you win like 16-5 or 16-3 or whatever, you just like let's just finish this and win.
Actually, it's like at every tournament we go to, we have some new kind of funny stuff we say to each other all the time.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And usually we just keep saying it until we win the tournament.
What were you
Let's
saying?
go-
What were you saying at the major to each other?
I don't
Oh,
think did we say
I
anything.
can't
Yeah.
remember.
What did we say? Yeah,
I
we
think
had
we
something, but
Just had the flu, everyone.
yeah, exactly, we had the flu.
Yeah,
What is that?
Oh, we were making fun of Sip
At-
because he was coughing all the
Oh,
time.
that's
yeah,
true. Yeah.
that's true.
I remember like at the what was it, the London major?
Yeah.
What was the we won that.
Let's go to this major.
Let's go to this
From
major.
Guppy.
That's what we kept
Major.
saying because of Guppy. He said something like that.
Go to this
So we
major.
just kept saying it.
Yeah.
throughout
To
the tournament.
every single thing.
Yeah.
I love Cockney.
Even after we won.
You
the
should have
major.
been there.
Let's go to this major.
Let's go to
Yeah.
this major.
Now, as the best team in the world, I am definitely curious to know who you think is going to present the biggest challenge for you on the stage this weekend. Device?
Yeah. It's hard. I was asked the same in the interviews downstairs. Everyone wants MIBR to do really well. We do that as well for the fans and for the atmosphere. I think it's hard to be the favorite team in like a home crowd arena where you have all these fans are basically here only to see you. We've tried that sometimes in Copenhagen. And to live up to those expectations, it requires a lot. It can make you better, but it can also make it really hard for you to perform. But I think our main focus is on ourselves, but we know that Liquid and MIBR are like chasing us, and I think that I speak for the team when I say we think that they are the closest to us right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even after how Liquid performed at the major?
I think Liquid performed pretty well at the major. They just lost one
Yeah, one
bad
best
game,
of three.
one best of three to Ends, right? And Ends played really good at that major. Maybe they overperformed a little bit. We don't really know yet. So I think Liquid is actually a top contender to take a tournament like this. And also we just want revenge from LA, right? The last time
Yeah.
we met them was in LA and we lost the final 2-1. So it would be nice to win against them. And if I wanted to play a final, I actually want to play against MIBR. And I want to
Yeah.
beat them because I still remember 2017 in Royal Arena in Copenhagen, where they
Yeah.
beat us in the final. And we were like, what were we leading? 9-0? You don't remember?
Yeah.
We were
I
leading
remember
like 9-0 on the third map,
At
right?
least 7-0.
No, it was 9-0. I think it
9-0
was
on the third
9-0,
map,
yeah.
and then we lost, and we didn't get the trophy in Copenhagen.
Have you won trophies in Copenhagen
No.
before?
No.
No,
Nope.
like
We won in
Right.
Odense.
And
Oh.
Odense.
Okay.
That's like the little brother of Copenhagen.
And why do you think that is? Why is Copenhagen a challenge for you guys?
I think we just,
Unlucky.
I think we only had Copenhagen once with this team, and we didn't win it. So
Yeah.
We played pretty poor that
We-
tournament.
yeah.
On the first day, we lost a map we shouldn't have lost, and if we had taken that home, we would
We would've been in the final, yeah.
And I think in the final we would have a good chance of winning it, but it's always easy to say you could have won it.
We were 2 games.
that after
Like
the
if we
Faceit
won
major?
one round in, yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That's true.
If we
Yeah,
would
it
have won
was.
one round in 2 of the games we played, we've been in the final.
Yeah.
So like it was so close, and But I think, as you say, like it's more about what we as players and as a team put into it. So you can try to take the positive energy, and you can also try to take the negative energy of the of the pressure that's on you, because it's really hard to overthink it, and it's the worst thing in the world is to disappoint your fans, and I think you're kind of scared of that, and I think at least that played into my mind. It was the first time I was playing in Copenhagen. I could feel that a lot.
Is that why even when you guys drop a map, it felt like when you lost Mirage against Renegades in the Legend stage in Katowice, you still won, but you were particularly unhappy about that, Magnus, from what I remember. That's how it felt to me talking to you at the end of that. But you'd still won, and you'd still 3-0'd your way to the champion stage, and yet you didn't feel happy about it at the time. Do you sometimes, I guess, does your confidence take a knock when you do drop a map?
Nah. I mean, it's like I was just left with the feeling that we lost the map ourselves, making mistakes individually and as a team. The worst thing is to actually lose a map when you perform bad individually, but like because you kind of feel like you lost the map, even though you know it's a team game. And I was not playing my best game, making some mistakes, so obviously was pretty disappointed about losing the map. But overall, I think it was just like any other match, and we knew that even though we lost the map, it's still in our own hands, and we're still the better team, so we just had to focus on that.
I think also it was because it was the only map we lost at the major, so we could have gone unbeaten through the major. So that was why he was sad.
That would have been
Exactly.
true.
I think
That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
I think there's like we've had this talk in the team before that when you go to tournaments, you're gonna experience like 99% of the same pattern. Whereas you're gonna go out, you're gonna win a match you're not supposed to win. You're also gonna lose a match you're not supposed to win. And all these type of scenarios, like the faster you actually, I wouldn't say get through them, the better. Like I would much rather have that type of setup or upset, not setup, in the group stage instead of having it in the playoffs, which is good for us. I think.
Yes.
I mean, like usually when we play group stages, there's always like a situation that we even throwing ourselves or just playing poorly and we end up losing. And in some way in this team, it just seems like it fuels us and I actually want us to do better, because I remember basically when we lost the map, we didn't really discuss it that much. We just felt that everyone in the team was just really upset about actually losing this game. So it just felt like everyone was like, no, I'm not going to lose another one. Let's just crush it and keep going.
So in a way, it fired you up.
Yeah.
In a way,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Now, you had an interesting training session recently with the one and only Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah.
Can we expect a beautiful partnership between him and Zonic anytime soon?
Oh.
He would love to.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the
he
biggest,
would love
He's
to.
the biggest fan.
fanboy.
Yeah,
like,
he's the biggest fanboy.
I was like, he was like
Starstruck.
almost stalking.
He was shaking when he met him. Like, oh my god.
Were any of you quite excited to meet Dr. Disrespect?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Of course. He's a big streamer, and he's
He's a cool personality.
a really nice personality, and he's not just Dr. Disrespect. We also kind of met him like off character, and that was really cool because
He's so
you
good.
see him on the stream, and then like he is Dr. Disrespect, but then he is also himself, and that's kind of weird sometimes because we only know one side of him, right?
Were you surprised by how tall he is?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He's really tall.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
crazy.
And people say I'm tall, but that's not true.
Kind of true.
They knew
Kinda
you.
true.
Kinda true.
Yeah.
They knew it was true. They knew it was true.
Did you have to stand on a box at any time during filming?
No.
Because of that? No. So you
But it
were
was
okay.
very like the whole thing was very intimidating because when he was in character, he was like so good, so it felt so convincing. When he did that with you, when he turned around,
Yeah.
like looked,
I
I
was
was like, what
actually
the f?
But I
So
remember some of the filming guys, they needed to use
yeah,
boxes
beyond
to film
boxes.
him. Yeah,
Mm.
They did?
yeah,
Mm.
they did.
I didn't see that.
Apple boxes or something.
Apple
They
box.
call
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Apple.
Apple box.
So
Box.
how is the flaming? How's the trash talking going?
We'll see at the standoff.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If we're in the
Oh.
standoff,
Hey.
That's actually kind of bad.
I know.
No.
but
If
still,
we get there.
yeah, for sure.
we'll see.
No
Yeah.
kind of.
I've
No, I
already
think-
found tricks on the new map.
I think when we practice,
Did you
we're pretty
download it?
good.
Yeah, I think all teams are really good at trash
Try.
talking, but it's more about like everyone wants to respect each other. So
Mm.
on camera, we're really humble and nice guys, but everyone in practice likes you say some stuff that you
Yeah.
don't mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Not at
Never.
all. Not at all.
There we go.
Definitely not me.
Nope. Of course not.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine anything salty coming from your mouth.
Well, it's good you don't listen to a team speak then.
He's more that was such a beautiful headshot you just did on me. I was lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep
yeah.
doing
You're
that.
so good.
Keep
Maybe
going.
you should start playing on lane.
Yeah, that's how it is.
So you guys, obviously adorable, lovely, not trash talkers, but out of the other teams, would you say any of them are maybe a bit harsh with their words sometimes?
I know Nico. Nico has have some experiences. Him and the Fnatic guys, I think, have had some rough times.
That's true.
Yeah.
They are good at shooting dead bodies, like on the floor, like teabagging and
Never
so on.
tried that before.
Yeah.
I think I don't know who else. Like you don't really know how ends are gonna be. I could think they are really like trollish, so I think they could go crazy as well.
Hello, he's a troll, I think.
Yeah, for
Must
sure.
be a troll.
Luck-
If we are
Luck
like
be.
him in the standoff, like he would just ask if the Red Bulls are for commercial and
be
like
actually
push
fun.
it like you push your girlfriend. Like he said some crazy stuff throughout the years.
That's good memes.
Yeah,
That's good.
I've never had the pleasure of interviewing Alu, but hopefully he's going to be on the sofa later.
for sure.
So if there's anything I should ask him, any tips?
Ask him if the Red Bulls are actually for a commercial.
No.
Okay.
Like the ones right there, or can I drink one?
You can drink one.
Oh, really?
Do you want one?
No.
I don't drink Red Bull.
Yeah.
We drink
No,
Naco.
Noco is
Only
better
Noco.
than Red Bull for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Brilliant.
Clip that.
Well, it's fine. I mean, there's grapes, there's apples. You can have some of those. When you are playing MIBR this weekend, they are the home team. Stop looking at my questions. They're the home.
Well, it's
They're the home team. They're the home team. So, are you feeling intimidated by the idea of playing in front of the crowd that's not cheering for you?
I think we're used to that.
We're used to that.
yeah, I think everywhere we go in the world, the crowd is always against us. I don't know.
I think that's
Not Copenhagen.
No,
Not
not in
Copenhagen.
Denmark, but
Not in
obviously
Denmark.
every other country they
Yeah.
want us to lose. So
I
I
think,
think
it's
we're
fine.
used to it, and I think it motivates us to actually
Yeah,
just
exactly.
beat them.
Yeah.
I just think it's normal for people to cheer for the underdog.
Yeah,
And if
I
you
would
see-
do that too.
If you see a team winning a lot of tournaments in a row, I think I would cheer for the other opponent as well.
Yeah.
Because you want to see a change,
Yeah.
but we won't give it to them. Not right now.
You did actually have a lovely crowd of Astralis fans at the Spodek Arena, though.
Yeah.
Like I feel awful because I can't remember his name off the top of my head right
Nils.
now.
It's probably Nils.
Yes, Nils. I met your mate Nils. He used to
It's
play
always
CS
Nils.
Source with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Who's that?
And now
He's the guy with
the
the
Danish corner guy.
Oh,
Danish
okay.
corner.
yeah. So he
the
sort of
star.
runs Danish Corner, but him and Dupree used to play together back
Yeah,
in the day.
that just mean like it shows that Dupree was really bad at CS Source.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the fact that he admits to playing CS Source. Let's move on.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That's
So-
right. Yeah.
But 1.6 was way easier than Source. We've
No.
already had this discussion.
Actually,
No.
that's true. Yeah.
We've had
saying
this
that.
discussion.
Are you gonna?
with
Have you actually
Sunny.
got sides
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
what was easier?
Mostly to
Yes.
mock Danny.
But I think we are actually everybody knows what is true now.
Yeah.
Like
What is
1.6
true?
was pretty
1.6
easy.
was pretty easy.
And
No.
Sonic,
Yeah,
even
okay.
Sonic is saying it
Yeah.
by now
Oh.
that 1.6 was pretty easy, and that's why
No,
he
he isn't.
changed to Source.
No, he
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Is that why he lost so many finals against Navi?
Yeah, I think so.
All the 1.6 players who couldn't make it went to Source.
Now,
Who?
Yeah.
H&B.
Yeah, I won't say that. I won't say that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Henry G was playing Source.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who is
But-
that?
I know he's over in Santa Monica right now, so I'm not gonna diss him too much.
Okay.
I missed
That's
you,
fair
Henry. Now, Taco did give you a bit of a run for your money during his stint with Liquid, and now he is back with MIBR. So do you think now that he's playing in Brazil, he's going to have that extra fire to give you a run for your money?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
We
we
don't know
will, we
yet.
will see.
You will find out.
Yeah, I don't. It's as we said, like it can give you positive energy and negative energy. So
Mhm.
we will see.
for
Like it's hard to know also for us like what the fans will bring. Everyone's saying they're so
For-
crazy.
for us, it has actually been tough when we have been playing in Copenhagen.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because it has put a lot of pressure on us
Mm.
that we hasn't been used to, because it's like our home turf that's outside Denmark, and when we go to Denmark, it's like we're going to another field that we have never been trying before. So that puts a lot of pressure on us, and you could really feel it, and that is something that we are really working on. Even,
I think
but
you
they have been winning in Brazil before, right?
No.
Nope.
No, they
No.
also lost in Brazil.
Oh,
I think you have to keep in mind that if you get a really good start with your home crowd, it's definitely gonna carry you a long way. But if you get a bad start, I think has just the opposite effect, that you can actually start feeling the pressure and getting nervous. And as Nikolai said, that the fact that you go and don't want to upset your fans, it has a lot of feelings to it and a lot of energy.
It's
and
all about just tackling
It's
that issue
yeah,
with
exactly.
like you have to use them as an energy, not as a
yeah.
That is-
obstacle.
You don't
yeah,
know
exactly.
about that.
I
You're
think
a
we've
robot.
seen that.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're
Clutch robot.
you're playing Overpass against them in the best of ones. For me, that's really interesting to see you play Overpass against MIBR again, because last time we saw you play it, it wasn't exactly the smoothest game for you guys. You might have won the map, but
We should have lost.
the first
can say
half
it.
there was some communication issues, shall we say? At least that's what it appeared to
Yeah.
be. So, have you deliberately let it go to Overpass so you can kind of redeem yourselves in a way?
We have been working a lot of on Overpass in the last 2 weeks, and I think that's why we want to play it. And I think MIBR, they're a good Overpass team, but still we have doing a lot of.
That's a
That's good.
He won some of the draw.
Do you want?
You
Do
can
you
get
want?
grape.
Do you want an
Grape.
apple?
He wants grape.
I'm so tempted to throw one at you,
Yeah, you
but I
can.
won't.
Oh,
Don't throw
Hang
it.
on. I'm not going to throw it.
Not the
I don't want you to
You look
choke
so
on the
fake.
grape. I
Oh
don't
my
want you to
God.
choke. Anyway, hang on. Right, let's start again. He's got his
Let me
grapes.
feed you.
Yes.
So you were
Like-
saying about Overpass, sorry.
I'm saying that we have been working a lot on it, and that's why we want to play it again. Because especially our CT side was really bad. I was holding a new spot, and I was really bad at it. So, yeah, we have been doing some new setups, and we want to try them out. Yeah.
And do you think, though, that MIBR are potentially going to exploit what they discovered from you last time, or are you just going to bring a completely different play style to it this time?
Time will tell.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to look forward at how they're going to approach their CT, because it was our T side that won us the game last time, and I think we played pretty well actually. And if we do it again, yeah, maybe they won't have an answer. We hope so.
Looking at the veto, so you've got Overpass, and then it's all just Dust 2.
Yeah.
What
Yes,
the hell?
No one wants to play Nuke and Inferno against
Yeah.
us. So
we
we have to assert dominance on Dust 2 and pee all over it.
Pee all over
Basically
it.
to
Just
assert
cock your
dominance.
legs.
Exactly.
Just pee all over it.
We need to win the Dust 2 games, then it can carry us to the final.
we talked about it before going to the tournament. What maps are we going to play? And we said everybody is going to remove Nuke, Inferno, and Dust 2 against us, but probably not, because maybe our Dust 2 hasn't been looking that good. But we still feel like it's really comfortable map for
Yeah.
us when we play well. Yeah,
For sure.
And we have been working on it as well.
yeah, actually, yeah, that's true.
Have you got time to work on it before tomorrow?
Yeah,
a little
definitely.
bit.
Yeah, today.
I have a little bit.
Just gonna like adjust some things with
We're going to the
liquid
desert.
and ends.
We're going to the desert after this.
They have desert here?
I don't know.
That's two.
They have
Desert.
jungles.
Oh, okay, I don't
Going
know.
to the jungle.
Let's go to the desert.
Now, what do you think of the recent changes to the economy that's been made by Valve?
I still don't
CT side?
understand it.
What?
I still
I don't understand it.
Do you
I'm
not
counting-
understand the system?
We have the
I'm
system
counting on
over here.
That's the system.
He's the system.
Are you the money man?
Yeah.
He's-
I am actually really good with the money. Not
Also
in
in
real
real
life,
life?
but at least in game.
Yeah.
But yeah, regarding that, I think that we've always been a team that thrive in like gun-to-gun rounds, and I think this is gonna create a more open economy. That means that you're not gonna see these big deficits or these big wins, unless like it's really big and they're not winning any rounds. Then it doesn't really matter, right? But yeah, you're not gonna see the reset rounds in the same way, and people are gonna have more weapon rounds, and I think it's great for the game. I'm not a big fan of all of the eco slaughtering, or am I?
No.
I'm not gonna come.
No comment.
No, for sure. I think it's just gonna bring more entertainment, and I think it's
I think it's good for us as well.
Yeah,
Like, we
I
are,
think
we
it's
are
good
better
for
in
us.
gun rounds than obviously with eco. But like in general, we feel like we are the better team if we had good economy,
yeah.
and that's only gonna benefit us.
Yes.
So you don't mind that it's almost becoming easier for the other teams to beat you, potentially?
I don't think I don't think it will be easier for the other teams to beat you in any way, because it's the same terms for both teams,
Yeah.
and in the sense of the maps that we actually have lost have been where we have had a tough time dealing with the economy, especially because we rely a lot of having good grenades and playing with utility, and I think this will just, as I said, benefit us more, but it will definitely give the same to the other team. But yeah, weapon to weapon rounds, I feel like we're still dominating, and it will just make the pistol round mean a lot less, because it's more worth it now to just like buy in the second round, and then if you win that round, the team is fully reset. They only have 1,400, and that's the only like situation where you can actually really reset a team in the whole half. So yeah, we'll see if that happens, or people are gonna eco in the second round.
So let's talk about what it's like for you guys when you're in Copenhagen, when you're back in Denmark. Like, you're superstars there. I mean, you are known worldwide, but in your own country in particular. Like, Pimp was saying, if you've got a line of toys, is that true? Or was he
What?
just
No.
lying to me?
No.
For some
We-
reason, I got it into my
I think
head that
we
you
are
had
in
like
toy
dolls.
stores.
Oh,
Toy stores.
Yeah, they're
But-
selling like bed linens. Are they called bed sheets?
Bed sheets.
Sheets?
Bed sheets.
Sheets, you know, bed
And
linen,
stuff
yeah.
like that. It's
Us-
really cool.
And like towels and
yeah,
sleeping. What is it
So
called?
people can
Sleeping
sleep with
bag?
a
sleeping bag,
Astralis.
a sleeping bag. You
Yeah,
know?
and pillows.
Yeah,
Is that for like
who
camping
wouldn't
at
want
lands?
to sleep with Tom Cruise?
it's not pictures of us. It's
No.
the star.
It's just
Oh.
Astralis.
Yeah.
So it's a start. So why are they not
We're not full
bed
one
linen
direction.
with your
yeah.
faces? Like, they could do pillows, and then you could like wake up next to Ziffer.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Oh,
That would be
But-
great.
you should have like
Waking
a
up.
one. You have like
Yeah.
a
I
think
full
the-
body pillow with just
Yeah.
Zipex on.
I feel like we need to go into business together. I could be your designer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
sure.
Yeah. What is the weirdest thing you've ever read about yourselves? Apart from the fact that you apparently have dolls, because I didn't understand what Jacob meant by toys.
Weirdest thing.
Oh,
There's
that's-
been so many weird things.
Yeah.
I swear, it's really. Sometimes the internet can get weird. People probably know that. I don't know. I think it's pretty weird to be compared to Tom Cruise a lot, especially because
I could compare to what's the guy called? Ed Sheeran or something.
Ed Sheeran.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
can
wish
see
I
that.
could sing like guy.
But-
Do you get Ed Sheeran?
But
Oh, yeah.
people are
Really?
like writing
And
fan
No
fiction.
Tail as well.
You know,
No
you've
Tail
seen
too.
that on Reddit where they write like fan fiction. I saw that the other day. Like you can't say it, like something about bringing some guy into a forest and sleeping in a cabin. You know, like weird stuff like that, and you're like mind blown.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I think it's just like copy pasta, and then they just put in your name in it, and it's just really weird.
See, I don't know if we've got enough time. I'm wondering if anyone in production can find us some Astralis fan fiction.
No,
I want to hear you read some Astralis
No,
fan
no, no,
fiction.
no.
Is it just not safe? It's
no.
not. It's not
Oh.
safe for CS.
Not
Nope.
safe for work.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely going to go back and Google that later in my hotel room. Magus, what's
Feel free.
the weirdest thing that what's the weirdest thing you've read?
Oof, I don't know. Actually.
Oh, you haven't read since you were 3, right?
Oh yeah, that's
Exactly.
true.
I don't know.
Someone has to read
Actually, I
it
don't
to you.
really read the like HLTV and stuff like that. I only think it's gonna like be a bad thing for you to read all that weird stuff that people type about you all the time. So I don't really care about it, and I don't really put so much time into it. And yeah,
Oh my God, he's grown up.
Oh,
Please, please
yes.
send a lot of direct messages with fan fiction about
We've
Matt,
done a
Yes.
good job.
because
Yeah.
we know
He's
he
grown up
reads
now.
all of the direct messages, and if you put
We thought he
profile
will.
picture as a girl, he will definitely read it.
what?
He's single. He's absolutely allowed to.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just
Especially if they
saying.
make the first move.
For sure.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's 2019.
And they do.
Can we
But
get
it's
his
all right.
phone number
What
on
would-
screen,
We'll
please?
we'll
This
turn
is
our
getting out of
attention
hand.
over to this sofa. I mean, was it quite? When was the first time that you started being recognised? I'm guessing it was probably a few years back. To be fair.
Yeah.
I don't live in Copenhagen, so whenever I go to Copenhagen, I think it's very overwhelming. I live in Stockholm in Sweden, and it's not that big in Sweden right now. So whenever I go to Copenhagen, like you get recognized all the time, and I'm like, what is going on? So I can only imagine like when you do daily stuff that it happens a lot of times.
Yeah. It happens a lot for me, especially. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Like
It
every
happens quite a
time,
lot.
every time I go
the
out,
door, yeah,
there is like
pretty
one
much every time.
guy
Yeah.
recognized.
It's always on. And then you have the portion of people that actually comes forward to you and actually wants to get a picture
there's
or
the
want to get
people
in.
who's
Then there's the
stalking you.
people that stalking you. I've tried once in the metro. I was going into central Copenhagen and someone took a sneaky pic of me.
Oh really?
I felt super uncomfortable.
Yeah, I've tried that as
Yeah.
well.
I really,
It's like,
I
just
really
come
much,
and
yeah,
ask,
I'd
you know?
much rather want people to just come and ask me for
Yeah.
the picture instead of like seeing the guy like sneaking his phone out of his pocket and be like,
Then he has flash on, and his cover is blown completely.
that was probably the most it's kind of weird saying and uncomfortable, but it's still the most weird situation I've probably been in the last couple of years. But I mean, like every time,
The worst part if you get eye contact with that person afterwards. It's like
like, what are you doing, my boy?
Do you think then that are you saying it's okay for maybe people to approach you respectfully for a photo? That's
Yeah,
that's
obviously.
the
I think
right?
I think it's
Yeah.
also about reading the situation. Like, do I look like a guy that wants to be approached, or not?
Yeah.
You look like a guy that
usually
wants
I-
to get right now at least.
No, but mainly like if they need to also, if it really depends on what situation, and if you're in a place that's required like privacy, then I'd appreciate
If you're
people
sitting
not
eating at
coming.
a restaurant, people should
Yeah.
not come over.
Yeah,
and
something
stuff
like
like that. But
Unless you're like when you're about to leave and all that stuff, or
Yeah.
if you're with your family doing like really like private business with each other, like people should just feel like, okay, I've seen him. This is not the time to go ask for a picture. But I don't think I've actually turned people down yet.
no.
Maybe
That's
once or twice, but that's mainly been after like a tournament loss. If I've been like, I don't really feel like doing it now. But mainly when I'm in my private person, I usually allow people to take pictures or whatever. Because the most of the times like you can really feel how much it means to them. That's what I like about it, is that they get so excited about. Like the guy we met in the airport. Was that you? You and me. I think we met the guy in the lounge in the airport yesterday. Or today.
Yesterday.
It's not yesterday.
Yeah.
It's
We
always
met
you
that
and the
guy. Yeah,
microphones.
that's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
So they came up to you and they were like, "Can I please have a picture?"
Now he got basically he was like he got so surprised
Yeah.
because he had found you first,
Yeah, and then
and then you said, "Don't you want a picture with Dupree as well?" And then he turned around and I stood
is he
there.
here
He's
too?
like, wow, it was just so awesome. It's awesome to feel like fans are appreciating it that much,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they get so happy. We get something out of that too. So that's for you out there.
Yeah. Basically, they've sort of taken some time to actually approach you, which must be quite nerve-wracking for your super
Oh,
fans.
yeah,
and
yeah.
So you're happy to give that time back.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining me on the sofa.
Oh, we can finally go.
You can go, but if there is anything you would like to say to the single ladies of CS, then this is your opportunity. Just into that
Ooh.
camera there.
I don't date.
Go on.
I don't date people who's playing CS.
Just Fortnite players.
Oh,
Yeah.
You just
They-
cut off.
Sims
the whole
4.
No gaming girls.
no,
I love
that's-
Sims 4. I
It's
actually,
good.
I just
It's
bought it
good.
the
I
other
know
day. I
it.
haven't played it for years. I'm
It's
so
good.
excited. Yeah.
Brings
Anyway,
out the
When do we get
architects.
Sims? Where's Half-Life 3, please?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
the-
playing Half-Life 2 at the moment.
I just downloaded Half-Life 1 yesterday on the practice computers, and I felt so bored after like 10 minutes that I started no clipping against the entire game.
What haven't you downloaded?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Half-Life 2
Don't wanna know.
is just more satisfying. I'm just all about the
No,
Magnum. and
Half-Life 1 is really good. It's
Yeah.
a classic one.
Well, there you go.
I've
You
never
should.
played it.
I want to watch you stream Half-Life now.
Where I no clip through the entire map.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly.
Sure.
Why not? Right. Thank you very much for joining me,
Thank you.
boys. We're gonna
Thank you.
see you playing tomorrow. You need to go and record some serious stuff. So
Yeah.
practice those serious faces. Get the smizing eyes on.
Gonna do our best Conor McGregor.
Yeah. Well, your best Tom Cruise would be fine. We
Scientology.
Does that mean
Yeah.
I have to sing as well as Ed Sheeran?
I mean, I would love that. I'm gonna actually come and I'll get my guitar and I will accompany you.
I'm down for that.
We are going to be back on Blast Backstage in about 30 minutes time, and we're going to have the Ents boys on the sofa with me. And I know there are a lot of Ents fans out there, so if you would like to ask them a question, hashtag Blast Backstage.
Take easy for Ents.
Easy for Ents.
Take luck.
It's going to be intense for
Oh.
Ents on this sofa. I'm gonna tell you that. So we will see you very shortly indeed, and keep it in Twitch chat. Thank you so
I
much,
think you're
boys.
gonna have so much emotions.
Bye.